this guy for the groomer. You're going to go see Erica? Storm. Oh, you're not too happy about that. That's okay. Go clean the windshield and off we go. First stop, mail. And we're barely on schedule here. We got a few minutes here, there, everywhere. So welcome to the new subscribers. Okay, so here's my list of goodies here. Costco, that, and mail both of those. Alright. Masks. Alright. We got her all, folks. What the hell is this thing? McDonald's. That's gross. Oh. And my coveralls today. Alright, let's get that going. We're good. A beautiful morning. Another little shot there. Oh, that's a... Look at the road. Gradered again. It's like mud. Dried mud. Oh. And there's... Oh, man. The lady loves to see. There. Sit back and relax, my dear. Hopefully this will freeze solid right away. Yeah, I'm blinded by the light. We still got some big rocks sticking out. They need to be dug out with an excavator. Jeez, can't see. Just as much dirt inside as there out. We'll have to clean the inside windshield soon. There's hardly any leaves on any trees. And underneath the red spruce is looking really nice. Boy, if this road freezes like this, we'll have a nice room. Nobody's eating. Me, Storm, but he'll be okay. He can eat twice as much when he gets home. Gotta stay in the grooves with these rocks that they use. They use the cheap rock. Oh yeah, I gotta do that too. My neighbor's working away on his house. Bedroom, I guess. Oh, Donnie's been out. He's out there burning. Fires are lit. Of course, we don't have ours lit. It's too hot during the day here right now. That can't be dirt from inside. There's something. We need to scrub that down. But it is what it is, and I can't do nothing about it right now. So the first stop is the mail. Hope the little woman is there. was awful windy yesterday. Today would be a good day to work in that red spruce. Deer season still. I don't know how long that lasts. Yeah, put the old heated wheel and the heated seat on, get my hands moving here. Yeah, I was thinking about talking about getting old. It kind of creeps up on you. I remember when I turned 40, I kind of got into a little panic, we'll say, of I need to do something to get inspired for my old age or whatever, so I took up scuba diving. So after studying that for a bit, I had to travel all the way to Edmonton from Fox Creek. That was a couple-hour drive. I can't remember exactly how long. 3 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours. And the roads in the wintertime aren't great up there. That's in northern Alberta. Anyway, the guy said to me on the first lesson, he says, we were at West Edmonton Mall at the wave pool. The freaking pool is huge. It's wider than most pools are long, I would gather to say. And he says, look, he's kind of old to be starting this. Tell you what, he says, if you could swim across there 10 times, I'll train you so you can get your certificate. That was the beginner certificate. Well, anyway, I started swimming. Started out pretty good. Maybe I did 3 laps. Or, across the sides, back and forth, back and forth. And I went, holy frig, am I going to make this? Oh, look at that. Somebody come out. That's the first time I've seen somebody at that property. So anyway, I managed to get all 10 done. Then we had to go to Jasper National Park in the mountains, and I had to do my open water dives. That went off without a hitch. It was a piece of cake. Then, 2 weeks later, I went and did the advance. And that was pretty good. I dove down to about 110, 115 feet. And had a bit of a nosebleed, but that's par for the course, I guess. And we dove to a plaque that was attached to a rock underneath, which was the Habakkuk. There's a bunch of tires on that thing. It looks like abandoned. Maybe report that. So anyway, dove down there, and the Habakkuk, if I'm pronouncing it right, was a World War II experimental aircraft carrier made of straw and ice. And the idea was the Allies were going to use them to ferry airplanes across from North America to England. Brilliant idea, but they never did it. So anyway, this was in Patricia Lake. You can look it all up. It's pretty neat. And then the next day, I think we went to another lake, and I'd have to look it up. I'd have to go to the map and figure it out. Oh, that was in Banff National Park. No, that was in Jasper. Sorry, I get my little twisted there. Anyway, we had to do a night dive. That was kind of neat. I had to, my dive buddy they assigned me with was this young lady with a massive chest. Anyway, we got into the water and away we went. And then she signaled me she was having trouble under the water. Her buckle had come undone that went around her chest area there. And she asked me to help click it up. Boy, I tell you, that was something else to do. We're in about 30, 40 feet of water, and I'm wrestling with gloves on, staring at her chest. Well, she had a wetsuit on, but needless to say, and trying to get the buckle together. Finally, I managed to get it together, and off we went. I still chuckle at that. Oh, look at the deer on the road. It's hunting season, you guys. Hide. See the deer? There's two. Instead of watching them, I gotta be watching the road. There's a lot of deer get smacked right around here. That's one area. Smacked by cars or trucks or whatever. And here's the other one, just up here. And it's right along here. Right where this house is on the left and the right, they cross here. Right where the guardrail is. You'll see a steady trail of them all winter long. There we are. So now we're down at the school. The schools are all closed. The teachers, I think it's the teachers. Anyway, it's CUPE. They're on strike. Okay, 10:06. Alright, so let's go see Dorn. That'll only take a second or two. Slow down here, don't scare these old ladies. Can't have any of that. Okay, 2 seconds here. We get the old blue mask on today. Okay, where's the letters? Alright. Take a toonie. Stay. Ugh. Okay, now straight to the groomers. And we got 50 minutes. The stamp, an extra $1.25 on top of whatever that was. Too thick. Now I know my daughter doesn't. Neither of none of my kids watch these videos. So it's safe to tell my kids what they're getting for their birthdays and or whatever. They're getting, well, we won't want to tell you. Well, that's strange, my friend. My friends there are moving. They've had enough of Burtts Corner. It's probably the neighbor that's driving them nuts. But that's the way it is. So hopefully there's no bunch of strikers on the road blocking traffic. Oh, there's a toilet paper there. Or a toilet on the front lawn with a pumpkin sitting on it. So it seems the New Brunswick government's having a hard time making their decisions here. And I don't want to be too, excuse me, inaccurate, but a lot of schools are closed because of COVID, temporarily. And the teachers and the support staff, whatever it is, are under a lot of stress during these times, I guess. As a former educator, I can understand what the extra is, because usually it's people that don't have a clue telling you what to do, and you have to figure that out on the fly. To meet these lofty expectations. Now they're thinking that, oh, this is good. We can help break the strike by educating the kids online. Now that's not so good. Like, our province is in a freaking mess. People need to work. They don't need to be staying home and looking after kids that are under quarantine if the kid isn't sick. For sure, you know what I mean? Nicely plowed up field. Tilled, or whatever the hell it is. Alright, we just better set the old speedo here to 85. I gotta watch for deer. The deer is still moving. It's frost this morning. There's a heavy dew and the whatever, all at the same time here. So I'm hoping that the CUPE, which is CUPE, short for public employees, get somewhat of their demands met, and they can get back to work. But that's it. I see the corn and there's nothing but stubble left. So they must have come in here recently, because it was here a week or two ago, the last time I was in the city. That could have been last week. And I think I might go and buy another chainsaw chain. Of which it's another stop. Oh well. Beautiful day. I would imagine most folks have got their wood in by now. There's a few out though I've seen on the way in today. I'm happy. We've got wood now. The back row in the woodshed's 2 years old, so I got to work my way to get into the back of that. Excuse me, I got a slow. Seem to got a frog in my throat here. Sold. There's another property here on the left here that was 200 and some odd acres. I'm not sure how much they wanted for that. But when I first came down to New Brunswick to live, the property that I was looking for, there was about 250 acres, I believe. Out near, between Harvey and Tracy, a place called Cork. And sadly, when I went up there to look at it, it had been clear cut. And the guy says, "Oh yeah, you can just start a Christmas tree farm. You'll get your money back in 10 years," or whatever it was. And I thought, I don't want to do that. I want a forest. So I'm glad I held on. There's some public employees down there. Okay, let's get going here. Little toot for their success. At least it's not raining and there's no blizzard. And the province, they said can't go Halloweening now. And they blamed it on Cupid. Oh, for frick's sakes. Oh, look, there's corn still there. And the house that burnt down last winter, they got a roof on it just about now. Good for them. Alright, let's get going here. 10:19. Another big house going up there. A commanding view of the river. Oh, there's still some leaves on the tree. Bushes at least. There's a few trees up there too. We live in interesting times. And as I started out talking about getting old, it's just not in my head. But after the work that I did yesterday, that was maybe 3 hours. Last night I was hobbling around. My feet were killing me. My knees hurt. And I didn't do hardly any walking. Now, being the bonehead I can be, I'll probably start thinking about taking the boys for WALKs before it gets the snow, which will be nice. Maybe I'll put the old head cam on again. And you can get to see, I like to keep my eye on the property. And I gotta get some culvert. To fix that temporary fix we got on the road down over the hill. And the next time I go down, I think I'll have to bring the hedge trimmer and the chainsaw and the loppers so that I can make a turnaround so I don't have to drive through the mud that we got there now. And I got to line up a cedar to knock down. Gotta figure that out, get that done. There's a nice little tractor up there. In my last video, I said what I could really use on our property would be an ATV pulling a trailer that I could put logs onto, eight-footers, and a chipper. I burn a lot of brush, maybe between 10 and 20 times I light that fire pit up that's full. And if I had a wood chipper, I could do so much more. I'd like to be able to fan out from the house and get rid of all the low branches from above my head, just above my head to the ground, to open it all up. And that would help get the wind to blow through there, as well as help to reduce a lot of the mosquitoes in the summertime. Seem to collect. My own fear is the snow blowing in the wintertime. So we've opened that up enough to find out for sure what's going to happen. Somebody's got a huge fence there. The hell did they get all the wood? Well, there's another fence here that's never been there before. All these people got dogs now, I would think. Which reminds me, when I drop him off, I've got to pick up 2 big bags of dog food for the adults. puppy doesn't eat as much of his kibble as he does his own. It's mostly ice eat and all that. A lot of older guys out walking. It's nice to see. I seen a video clip. Somebody opened up their front door and a cow and a calf were eating the pumpkin off the front step. Last year I took the rotten pumpkins down over the hill to feed to the deer, but I think from the looks of it they were too far gone for them to want to eat. Ooh, there's a close call. Oh, I guess not. A friend of ours down the road there, she's had a hard go of it since COVID hit. Husband works out west, has to fly back every 3 months, I think it is. 2 or 3 months. Comes back for a couple of weeks and then turns around and heads back out. And every time he came home, he had to quarantine for the 2 weeks that he came home for. The whole family did. And then he'd fly back out again. Crazy. So she ended up having to haul her kids out of school for those 2 weeks. And all the other frig-ups. It's hard. Just plain hard on everybody, this thing. You just gotta buckle up and, get this thing over with. But I can see it's gonna probably, like my wife said, it could last for years, this thing. The province is finally starting to get the 4th wave under control. We're getting between 10 and 30 cases a day, which was down from before. We still have 500 cases, which is, we had over 1,000, so we halved it. But scary, like, I don't want to get sick. Nobody wants to get sick, so. And let's switch lanes. Come on, green light, boys. Let's go. Come on. Come on, you guys can do it. Up the hill. And everybody's doing 100. That's good. Down to 50. Up to 80, back to 70, down to 50. And dry. I forgot something. I was going to grab a bottle of water, forgot. Okay. The next big building you'll see off in the way distance once we get around this bit of a corner here is the hospital. We got to go to the right of that. Where's the hospital? There it is, way up top of the hill there by the water tower. Water towers. All right. It's a boy storm. What do you see? Maple Street. It's a beautiful day here too. Just gotta pay attention. I would imagine all the strikers are down at the government buildings is the way down to the left. I don't gotta go near there. This is a one dangerous bridge. These on-ramps here are something else that's to be desired. And here we go. Another apartment building going up. There's a screwball thing here too. The traffic circles they put in are too small. And I do like traffic circles after living in the Middle East all those years. They work good. Come on there. Pops, let's go. You should signal when you're leaving the intersection, but the ones they had in Abu Dhabi, they had some 2s, mostly 3s and 4s, and sometimes 5 lanes in the circle, depending upon how many lanes were coming into it. But it was easy. I mean, the first couple of times you go in there, you're a little panicky. Just as long as you remember that the inside lane has the right-of-way. There must be some strikers there too. Okay, let's get out of the way now. Come on, get your coffee. He's not going in there now. Come on, let's go. And we got 25 minutes, so there's no rush. Get some rattles in this Jeep. After they repaired the dash. And tomorrow I think the wife goes in to get winter tires put on. So that means I gotta make sure that the seats are down, pushed forward. And the dog mats and stuff are taken out. Okay. On the right used to be a gas station, Everett's gas station. Now it's just a car care, kind of a garage thing. I bought a Jeep from there. That was a friggin' nightmare. That's a lot of money to put into that old Jeep. But it was fun. And shifting gets tiring after a while. You all ready, Storm? Go see Erica. Ice doesn't load up too good. And bear's difficult too. So what we've done, instead of me going every week taking them in, we'll just take one guy a month. So next month it's Ice's turn. Then after that it's bear's turn, then we go back to just taking Storm in. Works out a lot easier, and then I don't have to go 3 weeks in a row. And I'm happy with that. Tribute, 4-wheel drive. Well, doesn't look like it'd go very far to me. This old guy keeps flipping signal lights on for some reason. There we go. Look at that. Clear sailing, boys. We made it. And time to spare. Here we are. Marshall's and PetSmart used to be at another up by Costco. Oh yeah, I gotta go and get my coveralls here too. Guess I could have done that first. We'll get rid of the dog first. Ready? We all gotta pee first. There we go. Oh. Good, lots of room here. So that's it for now. I'll just let this thing run out. Y'all have a good day now. Okay, what do we got to do here? The list. 2 bags of food. Okay. Ready? You ready, Storm? Go see Erica? Okay. Oh. He's with Erica. Thank you kindly. Next. Holy frig, I gotta rush. Cover else we can get after, cement after. So let's go Costco. Holy frig, man.
That's all, folks.
I'll be back.